manipulation. It's out there. People know about it. It is being written about finally, that there is so much money that's in funds that it dwarfs the amount of what is available to be traded. This is not a joke. These are facts. There's more money in funds than there is in what stocks are worth. They can't really trade the small stocks and make any money and show anything unless they're really small funds. There's not that many really small funds that make a difference, that are really accessible to the normal Tom, Dick, and Jane. Speaking of Jane, Jane Street is the name of the firm that's made it all very real. They're very exposed now how they manipulated Bitcoin with this 10 a.m. sell program because of their ETF iBit. And all the other ETFs are definitely controlled the same way, where the structure of the market's derivatives are where they make their actual money. And they know the flows that are going to happen on the inside. So they make marginal dollars on the trading that goes on at 10 a.m. when they conjointly decide that that's when they're going to take the market down every single day. They did it last year at Jane Street and they got busted. And it's just endemic and shows what's really going on. I'm not paranoid or anything crazy like that. Yeah. So anyway, that's that story. That's the way the market is shaked, tail wagged by the dog. And that's what's gone on. The North Stars, for me, are like Tesla, QQQ, Nvidia. They trade more volume than anything else. And that's where the least amount of manipulation should take place, but it does take place on a regular basis, where at 10 o'clock in the morning, we get these massive rips to the downside. Typically, we get the occasional parabolic move up that happens or down once a quarter or once every 6 months or so. So yeah, we sit there and we pin our hopes to that. Those things were happening in 2020, on the regular for Tesla. That's where I made a lot of money, because I got hooked on the parabolic where 10,000 became 100,000, became 500,000 in 3-4 days. That was a crazy, awesome thing. And we got to keep our eyes peeled for that next move like that. But meantime, we can't seem to get escape velocity. There is a turnaround that is about to take place. It gets pinned on some news story. I blame the Donald all the time. And the manipulation that took place last Friday, shenanigans on the tariff reset by Supreme Court. I was extremely excited. I got my foot put back in my mouth after that wonderful move in my RH shares. RH, 227 from 203 in the morning, and currently 185 pre-market today. There's no volume. The real volume moved in over 1 million shares over 225, and there hasn't been volume since. So it's just been a bleed down. You can see that there's nothing you can do about it. You can be happy, you can be sad, you can do whatever you want to do about it. But that's all you can say, is that you are wrong and you want to be right. It doesn't matter if oh man, I know this and the market is wrong. Get on the right side of the market. Get on the right side of that trade. Be wrong. Go against your freaking convictions, because it doesn't matter what you believe. What your true values are in the stock market, in the economy, in making money. You have sold your soul. You are here to rock and roll. And that's all that matters. And it sounds funny and it sounds stupid, but it's true. And you really don't have a soul anyway. So you might as well make money while you're at it. You're sitting there and you're laughing. But honestly, what the hell, man? Who cares? The manipulation that goes on underneath the surface in the $1 trillion level, that's controlling all the funds, that's trying to make money on the millions to $1 billion level. That's what I'm talking about. That's the tail wagging the dog. They're just trying to make a few basis points here and there every single day. And it crushes the small-time derivatives trader who thinks they have an edge, that there's some kind of dislocation and it's pulled back this way and it's going to roll that way. You really can't even play the overnight. You don't know. You got to get in during the day and get out. And you got to make a spread. So if spread's going on today in my Tesla, silver, looking at Valero, And what else? RH, no spread, just long. Waiting for another parabolic move. Probably not going to happen. Just another waste of premium. And what else have we got? My brain is slipping. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We have a bunch of positions here. Create spreads throughout the day. There's no parabolic moves right now because it's just being like shaken off. Like a dog gets an itch, it gets water on it, it's trying to shake off the water. Every like time the market gets saturated, it's the dog just goes and shakes everything off. Friday, we're going to go into the close. We're going to sell everything down after we have a nice gain. Or if we're having a nice loss on the day and everything's just getting creamed, we're going to have a little rise up into the close. Blame any excuse you want. But it's just the market's numbers trying to contract and expand and contract and expand like a real like frozen hot kind of thing.